David Cohen is a righteous Jew. He attends synagogue every week, prays with intention, takes his kids to Hebrew school, gives to charity, and tries to live his life inside the lines. This year, however, he was conflicted. You see, the NBA playoffs fall tonight on Kol Nidrei night, Yom Kippur. David is a fanatic when it comes to basketball. He doesn't miss a game. He has season tickets, and he's been to every basketball arena in the country. For weeks, he's agonized over whether or not he should attend Kol Nidrei or watch the game. Finally, this morning, David called his rabbi for guidance. Rabbi, he said, I know that tonight is Kol Nidrei night. It is the holiest day of the year for the Jewish people. But tonight it's a big game. It's the NBA playoffs, and I've never missed a game. I've got to watch the game. David, the rabbi, says sternly, that's what DVRs are for. David, surprised, stunned by the rabbi's suggestion, after a brief pause, says, Rabbi, you mean it's okay for me to tape Kol Nidrei? While funny, it is true this year. We are using streaming and recording technology to deliver, watch, and participate in Kol Nidrei and High Holy Day services. It is new. It is jarring. It is confusing. It is challenging. It is unprecedented. But what is also true is that fundamentally, Kol Nidrei and all of our services remain holy. Despite the challenges, this sacred practice of ours to reference pop culture cannot and will not be canceled. It will not be canceled because our tradition teaches us that we affirm ritual practice in the face of uncertainty. Jewish history has shown that out of our darkest moments, we rise stronger and more resilient as a people. The rabbis of antiquity demand from us a perpetuation of our spiritual practice. And going a step further, our tradition teaches that it is our responsibility to engage in acts of holiness as part of our being an extension of the arm of God. We learn in the Gemara, a commentary on the Talmud, which is the definitive collection of Jewish thought, Elohai neshama shenatata bi tehorahi. The soul that you have given me, my God, is pure and holy. We are brought into this world, created in the image of God, B'Tselem Elohim, and it is our obligation to carry out those principles of our faith. And so we are here tonight from our living rooms, dining rooms, in front of our laptops, televisions, and phones, fulfilling this holy practice, fulfilling the teaching of our ancestors, taking a spiritual journey together. Let us focus now on the teaching we referenced earlier in the Talmud, Elohai neshama shenatata bi tehorahi. The soul you have given me, the soul you have given us, is pure and holy. The notion that humans have the capacity to carry out miracles and deliver goodness, and to stop the intentions of those who use their free will to inflict pain and misery and sorrow. A few weeks ago, I was listening to a sermon given by Joel Osteen, a prosperity preacher with the largest church in North America. Thousands of followers donate millions to the church. They pack a 25,000-seat arena every Sunday to hear Joel preach. One line he repeated over and over stuck with me. He said, just sit back and God will do the rest. This idea is antithetical to Jewish tradition, and I believe it violates the principles of the Bible that Jews and Christians share. In fact, in the Bible, it is humans who, after the world is created, are tasked with preserving, repairing, and building anew. Examples abound in the Bible. Abraham negotiates with God to stop God from destroying entire cities. Moses pleads with God to show restraint when God becomes angry. In the Bible, it is man and woman who fight for peace and pursue justice. A little over a week ago on Erev Rosh Hashanah, during services, we learned of the passing of Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Justice of the Supreme Court of the United States. A fierce, no-nonsense champion of the people, delivering God's promise of compassion through her holy work. Justice Ginsburg fought for what she believed was right, and her sense of right from wrong was influenced, informed, and inspired by the teachings of our faith. She lived by those principles, hanging a passage from Deuteronomy over her desk. Tzedek, tzedek tirdof. Justice, justice you shall pursue. In a Washington Post article earlier this week, the author Yonat Shimron writes, "For Ginsburg, who died at home, surrounded by her family on Friday evening at the age of 87, the phrase from the Hebrew Bible, tzedek, tzedek tirdof, summed up perfectly her calling as a jurist and a Jew." Chief Justice of the Supreme Court John Roberts Jr. said in a statement, "Our nation has lost a jurist of historic stature. Today we mourn, but with confidence that future generations will remember Ruth Bader Ginsburg as we knew her, a tireless and resolute champion of justice." And that is what she was and what we must be, champions of justice. This is not a political statement. It is not a claim to patriotism. No. On this most holy night, it is a Jewish statement. Elohai neshama shenatata bi tehora hi. This soul you have given us is pure and holy. And so the question becomes, how do we preserve the holy and the pure? How do we prevent the corruption of our souls? How is it possible that despite all we have been given, we manage to disrupt the natural order of the universe through greed, incompetence, dishonesty, disloyalty, and simply not caring enough about the people around us? For us, the answers are seemingly simple, but so difficult to carry out. We return. We return again and again to the essence of our souls. We return to do tshuva, repentance. We return to ask God, just as Martin Luther King wanted for his children to be judged by the content of our character. We return to resolutely proclaim our vow to do our part in making tomorrow a brighter day. We return to ask forgiveness with the hope that it will change us deep down inside. Easier said than done, I know. As the father of 2 young children, I understand what it means to have patience and to lose that patience. As an imperfect husband, I know what it is like to regret saying something just seconds after the words depart my mouth. And as an imperfect person, I know what it feels like to stand in front of another and say, I'm sorry, that was my fault. I'd like to suggest that maybe, just maybe, the idea that we are imperfect and that our souls are pure and holy can both be true and exist in the same place. And the pursuit of perfection, however fickle it may be, is the very thing that keeps us pure and holy, an extension of God. We will never be perfect. This we know. But God help us if we stop trying. This is the perfection of imperfection. This is Kol Nidrei. This is Yom Kippur. This is us. Earlier in the year, I wrote a song specifically for Yom Kippur. I was struggling to find the answers to the very questions I posed here tonight. The song is my conversation with God, and I'd like to share it now with all of you. Shana Tova.
Can we talk? I need to tell you the truth. I haven't been so good to you. I've neglected myself, ignored the ones I love. Would you give me strength? Send some help from above. Is it this hard? Am I so vain to stop myself from feeling someone else's pain? What happened to me? Will I ever return to the essence of my soul? I'm asking you to hold my hand and walk me through the fire. Return me to the essence of my soul. Put me back in control of my future and how things are gonna be. Don't let me go. Return me. I am quick to judge. I lose my cool. You probably think that I am such a fool. Can you restore the clarity I thought I had? Can you make me a better person? I want it so bad. Help me understand the way of the world, so when my child asks me the same question 100 times, I can do what my parents used to do, and I did the same thing. Oh, yeah, they would listen and answer patiently. They were so gentle and calm with me. They would rub my head and tell me everything was alright, that they would be there all through the night when I was scared of monsters living in my room. Help me do for my kids what my parents used to do. Return me to the essence of my soul. Put me back in control of my future and how things are gonna be. Don't let